The station is 98.3 WSVZ. From Macon to Delia at I-55 to I-57. Cruising 98.3 plays the hits from early 70s to the British invasion of the Beatles, Hermits, and more from the 1960s. Then we swing into the early 70s. Guess Who, the Brothers, and Elton John. Every song brings back something you remember growing up. A button and crank the station, playing good and roll from the Tower of Power. Cruising 98.3 WSVZ.
Illini Sports this season on New Country 104.1 from every kickoff during football season. The close follow the orange and blue and go Illini.
Terry Farms Depot in Taylorville.
Radio. It's been here all along. You know which station is going to tell you the score of the game or where to turn when the weather gets rough. When something big happens, good or bad, you know where to go. And now, radio has evolved to move with you with the Next Radio app in your FM-enabled phone. Just plug in your headphones to start experiencing radio in a whole new way while using way less battery and data than streaming apps. Find your favorite stations, the one you're listening to right now. Download the free Next Radio app today. Next Radio, live and local wherever you go.
Seeing is believing, and your new customers can now hear and see your message. Deliver your message on our 6 Miller Media radio stations, and potential customers will see your message on our new 36 by 72-inch two-sided electronic sign installed in front of our Taylorville studios on Illinois Route 9. You have the opportunity of having your message seen by over 11,200 drivers a day. Contact your Miller Media Group account manager today and deliver your message through your potential customers' ears and eyes.
Your information station, WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and brought to you by Peak and Trust, where they put people first, and landmark of Taylorville. I'm Grayson Bauman. Joining me now is Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry. Bruce, how are you this morning, sir?
We're doing well. Thank you for having me.
And this is the first time I think I've got to actually sit down with you. We had some inclement weather in January, if I remember right. February, who knows? That was
first responders. I mean, and that was great the way the radio station honored the first responders because they are the lifeline of our community.
It was a lot of fun, I think, for me to get to learn a little bit on the back end of it, too. We started with the Taylorville Police Department, then got to learn about the Taylorville Fire Department being the combination group and EOC and all types of things. So I appreciate you saying that.
I'm very proud of our police department and our fire department.
And, and I got to learn a little bit about how that affects insurance and other things like that.
Exactly.
Did not know any of that, Mayor Barry. I can tell you that much. So
I didn't know very much about it either until I became mayor. So that's right.
Well, at least we were in the same boat until you did so. I know that. Tell me a little bit about the races coming up. I didn't even think about that until just a moment. If I'm putting you on the spot, let me know. But there's some races going on in the county, correct?
Elections?
Yes.
Well, the mayor's up for election. Thankfully, I'm running unopposed this year. So, but I still like people to get out and vote. And our clerk is running unopposed, and so is the treasurer. So there's not really much action in the city as far as the administration. Now there is some people running for Ward 1 Alderman. I know Larry Budd is running against Lance Smith. And Larry Budd's a former alderman, and he's wanting to get back on there. In the other race, I believe three, Keith Boston, Steve Dorchinez, and Jake Blanchetti all signed up. So it'd be interesting to see who wins in Ward 4. Ward 2, there's just a writing candidate. Nobody filed to run, and Jeremy Wilson's given up the spot. And so I'm not sure exactly who's the writing candidate. And in Ward 3, Doug Brown. Ward 2, if there's new alderman, fine. If there's the same alderman, we'll work well with everyone.
Absolutely.
So,
I didn't even think about that until just a second ago. As I was driving into Taylorville not too long ago, I saw a sign out. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I put a few signs out just to keep my name there. I don't, like I said, I don't think it's, necessary, but I thought I got them in my garage and put them out. My brothers helped me put them out. So you'll see a few of them throughout the city.
And hopefully I didn't put you on the spot there, but I appreciate you filling me in there because I knew some were unopposed, but I knew some others were out there as well.
Exactly. Yes.
So those are going to be coming up in
April 1st.
April 1st.
April 1st.
So mark those calendars. I guess we got just about a month's worth of time.
And like I said, I voted last week. Early voting's available at the courthouse. So if you want, just go up to the second floor and vote at the courthouse. It's not, there's some township races and things like that going around. But as far as citywide elections, that's it.
Okay. So, and then now I know a little more about wards as well. So look at that. We're learning. And this whole thing has been a lot of learning. I'll tell you what, Mayor Barry.
The city's divided into 4 wards and there's 2 aldermen are in each ward and they're elected every other year for a 4-year term. So we have 4 that were elected 2 years ago and they'll remain, and then 4 new ones or maybe the same ones, and city government at work, I guess.
Okay. Learning. I appreciate that. Mayor Barry, can you tell me about some general goings on with the city? Anything that you want to highlight?
Well, I think the main thing now is we're replacing the water line in front of the high school. That's been an ongoing project. We're doing work and also some water line and sidewalks and curbs on Franklin and Market Street down by Madison and Simpson Street, I believe, all the way to Shumway. And so those are 2 projects that are going on now. The bike trail is another one that I've seen that people have started work out there. Hopefully by June it'll be up and running, and we'll be able to have I think it's 14.8 miles from Taylorville to Payne on the bike trail. So that'll be a great addition for us. So.
And you told me, and you told me how long it had actually been out of.
I was told October of 2015, so it'll be almost 10 years where it was down, and I wasn't even mayor then. I'll be 2 months. I'll be mayor 8 years, and hopefully 4 more years.
Absolutely. Well, and being as unopposed, and I think you've got a pretty good chance.
I voted for myself last week, so I know I got 1 vote, and hope to get a few more.
Yeah. Well, I think you will do just that. And so now that you have the bike trail going in, 14.8 miles, it's a flat trail very flat trail, really, for the most part there as well.
Right.
If we get it started in June, I know that they've got to bring the bridge in from Wisconsin, it sounds like.
That's supposedly coming in the late part of April or 1st of May. So that's what I'm thinking. They'll be able to place that. And like I said, they're working out there now to get the old bridge tore out and go from there. And
so now that the bike trail might be able to kind of connect Pana to Taylorville back again,
right?
What about some work going on at the lake? I know there was some talk of that and what the plan was for that. Could you fill me in?
A couple of years ago, we received the OSLAD grant, and we weren't able to start the work last fall. So we're going to start it this fall once the lake closes, or the later part of lake season, and we'll be putting a retaining wall around the beach and do some improvements to the marina office and things like that. So it'd be much needed, and hopefully we can catch the drainage area out there by the beach. We can eliminate that. So it'd be great work there for our beach.
Is there a plan for the lake itself, just kind of maybe not re-beautifying it or anything like that, but just getting it more popular as a whole?
Yeah, I think so. I think, there's a lot more activity out there than there used to be, and so hopefully in the future we'll be able to do some more work out there. What hurts is money. It's all about the almighty dollar. And do you put money in lake improvements, or do you put money in roads or things like that? So that's a thing that the council will decide and see what happens.
Something else that the council will be deciding on is Hathaway Homes, Russell Construction. I know it's been pushed back
and forth. They went through a mess out there with different construction companies and different things, and they're going to dedicate, and it's going to become part of the city. We had them sign some performance bonds in case the sewers weren't put in correctly, or things that might happen. We don't see any foreseeable, problems out there, but in case something does, the city wants to be certain that the contractors will come back and fix whatever does mess up there.
So in the case of emergency or something happening, then that's what.
Over a 5 or 10 year period, I think we have them fill out a performance bond and up to $1 million. So it's just we're trying to safeguard the city.
A security blanket.
Right.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Then, well, Mayor Barry, we've already taken care of 10 minutes here. We'll take our first break. We'll maybe talk a little bit about some Taylorville sports and some other things that we're hoping to highlight as well.
No problem.
You've got it. You're joining us here for the WTIM Morning Show, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. We'll be right back around with Mayor Barry here in just one moment on your information station.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
Not all hearing aids deliver on their promises. I'm Crystal Baker, owner of Specialized Hearing Solutions in Taylorville. With a decade of experience, I've seen firsthand how many advertisements can be misleading. My commitment is to educate you on the best options tailored to your unique hearing needs. I offer complimentary hearing exams to help you or your loved one discover the ideal solution. Call today at 824-41. Schedule your appointment. Let Specialized Hearing Solutions in Taylorville help you rediscover the sounds of life. Go Tornadoes.
No taxes. No tax on Max Life mattresses. No tax on Arctic Breeze mattresses. No tax on all Bemco mattress sets. All month long, Just Beds will pay your sales tax on the entire Bemco product line in the store, even sale items. That Bemco mattress set you want? No tax. Max Life, Chatham & Wells, Arctic Breeze, or the new copper mattress. No tax. All Bemco, all month, no tax. As always, free delivery, setup, and haul away. See the Yawn Exterminators at Just Beds on Montvale in Springfield.
Just Beds.
If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names: Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer 7 days a week on 965thechill.com. If you're looking for a local full or part-time job in Central Illinois, there's an easy place to find current job openings. It's Illinois is that it's free for candidates to access 24/7. If you want a local job when you don't have to spend a lot of money on gas to get to, then you want access to IllinoisJobPost.com to check out current local job openings. That web address again is IllinoisJobPost.com. Another service from your friends at the Miller Media Group.
Now you can listen to WTIM on any Amazon Alexa-enabled device. There are 3 easy steps. Step 1.
Download the free Alexa app by going to the App Store on your mobile device.
Step 2. Enable our skill by going to the menu, select Skills, and then find WTIM News Talk. Open the skill.
Step 3. Activate the skill by saying, Alexa, play WTIM News Talk.
That's all there is to it.
And to stop the WTIM stream, just say, Alexa, stop.
WTIM News Talk, now on the Amazon Alexa app.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and we are brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. Here joining us in studio is Mayor Bruce Barry of Taylorville, and we're talking all things Taylorville, a little bit about the bike path, work at the lake, but one thing that I'll give you some credit for, no doubt about it, is I see at a lot of ball games around town, and I know you wanted to talk a little bit about some Taylorville sports.
I love Taylorville's athletics. been a lifelong resident here, grew up here, played basketball and football here and stuff. And, what a game last Wednesday night when we beat Rochester, and just a great game. I didn't get to go to the Friday night game against Lincoln. I listened to it and stuff. And I always kid Leroy. I said, I still don't know who won because he never tells the score. So he always gets a kick out of that.
Yeah.
But no, what a great game last Wednesday. And we just fell short Friday. And the girls, what a great season they had, and just fell a little bit short. The super sectionals out at Taylorville High School tonight.
Really? Okay.
Between Quincy, Notre Dame, and Mount Vernon, I believe. So if I didn't have counsel, I'd probably be out there because that Quincy Notre Dame girls team is really good, they say.
I was going to say, I think that was something Leroy, he said, if they keep going, that's kind of a team that might be a problem.
They beat Mahomet the other night, 57-17. So, I think Taylorville split with Mahomet this year. So it just tells you we would have had our hands full, but who knows? That's why they play the game.
That's right. You gotta take it off paper. You gotta play it on the hardwood.
Yeah.
So, and then I think you'd mentioned even the volleyball team.
Oh, the junior high volleyball team, our 7th grade team, is unbeaten this year, and they start regional play tonight at North School. So I think they play at 4:30. Now, don't quote me on that. 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. But I'd invite everyone to come out there and watch the 7th grade volleyball team. The 8th grade's pretty good. I don't know. They lost 3 or 4, but the 7th grade is 24-0. So. Look forward to them, and maybe they can make a state run.
I was going to say, you think, a few losses right there. That's pretty dang good.
Right.
You're happy about that season.
Yeah. We got. It seems to me our volleyball program is by far our best program at the high school because of the junior high and even the elementary kids that start volleyball, and looks like it's a great sport.
I was going to say, it looks like we have about 6 years of potential future right there.
Exactly.
By the sound
That'll
of it.
be nice. That'll be nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, how well they were doing. I know the bowling team. I didn't even know there was a bowling team.
The bowling team does real well, especially the girls this year. I think they get 5th in the sectional, and the top 4 went to state, so they just missed out on that. And,
when I think about some of those lesser attention span sports or something like that, somewhere in that regard, I'm glad to hear we can throw some love their way.
We're right around the corner. Baseball season's starting. I think it starts March 18th, so it's the first game, and then the track team, I know their indoor track season's going on now, and then the outdoor track, and girls soccer's making a comeback. High school softball starts, and we're going to be busy out there.
Yeah, summer sports. I'm looking forward to summer sports, even though they start in the tail end of winter, early spring these days. But
exactly. So,
but I'm excited for that weather. And Mayor Barry, there's one thing here that is coming up with the city council that I was a little confused about.
All
and maybe you could kind of fill listeners in as well. A columbarium.
Yeah, that's been proposed. What it is, you put your cremations in called a niche, and there's so many niches to a columbarium, and it's a place for people to put their cremations in. And I don't know if it's going to pass or not. It was sort of controversial in committee, so the city has to spend like $70,000 to $75,000 on building this, and then we would sell niches to the community. And so like that's something that if people are listening there, if they want one, have them call my office, or if they're against it, have them call my office today, and we'll see what happens there. The office is 287-7946. So I like to hear, because I'm undecided on this, whether I'm for it or against it. So,
and it's nice to get a little input from the community as well to help kind of determine where
to see if there is a need for that. I haven't received one phone call so far on it. Passed committee the other night, so I don't know if there's a need for it or what. And like I said, I'll let the community decide.
There you go, and that's probably the best way to be able to do it.
Exactly.
As well. I bet for you there. In terms of the summer months that are coming up, Chili Fest, 4th of July fireworks, what can you tell me?
We're going to vote on that tonight, whether we're going to fund the 4th of July fireworks. $22,000 was the contract we got from the company, and it passed committee, and we'll see what happens tonight. And then, the biggest event in Taylorville is the Chili Fest, and so we always give the Chili Fest committee money to help out with advertising and things like that. So big event coming its first weekend in October, but I'm sure you knew that because you have the chamber people here all the time.
And last year we were out and about, no doubt about it.
Last year I had to miss it because my daughter got married.
The
first weekend in October. So
she should have known better.
Well, that's what I said. How could you do that? But it was October 5th, and she got married in Edwardsville, so I missed the whole weekend. So.
Well, it was a fun weekend, an interesting weekend as somebody not from Taylorville to be able to be a part of and learn a little bit about. But Mayor Barry,
I think this is the 40th annual one, is it? I'm sure.
I believe so. I think last year was the 39th.
Yeah. So that's every year, different year.
There you go.
So
there you go.
Great.
I think you're right, and I wouldn't quote me on anything like that.
No, I'm not sure either.
But Mayor Barry, thank you for your time today. I look forward to learning a little bit more through the city council meeting that'll happen tonight. And you have been listening to the WTIM morning show here on your information station.
Buxton in Washington. European leaders are throwing their full weight behind Ukraine. At a weekend summit, they announced outlines of a plan to end Russia's war. There are